The Raleigh dating scene? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I know we all have our opinions, and you guys grilled me on my beach music TikTok. But it's okay, because it actually made me laugh. How old do you guys think I am? Anywho, next event, May 22nd, Social is a Social, aka me, because I'm the gal behind the scenes, collaborating with a dating app. And before I lose you there, it's not your typical event. But first off, I need my guys to pull up. I know some straight baddies in Raleigh, and they're single, ready to mingle. And maybe we should do hashtag find KJ's a man. Oh no, that would be funny. Okay, anyway, back on topic. Like, if you have a friend that you're like, oh, I could be a really good wingman or wingwoman, come on, there'll be a way to show the differential between single and taken people, obviously. But it's going to be like a super fun event with a little bit of a twist. More details to come, but I had to give you a little bit of
Imagine cheating on your born husband with someone who's exciting. And then your husband finds out. He leaves you, and then you get with the exciting one. Just to leave the exciting one because he's a little too exciting for you. So you call your born ex-husband back.
I saw this video yesterday of this guy, and it had like 100,000 likes, and what he was saying wasn't like anti-woman at all, but he was saying it's in men's blood to want to build a house, and it's in women's blood to want to make a home. And that's just literally not true. It's like gender genetic determinism. It's like gender realism. It's like 90% of that feeling, it's not in our blood actually at all. And 90% of that is just societally and socially constructed to make you think that that's what a man should do and that's what a woman should do. And all the comments were like, yes, king, yes, king. We're all sheep, we're all sheep.
She kept on saying, take a sociology class, but we really don't need a class to present to you hard facts. Women are not doing laborious, dirty jobs because they don't want to. Nobody taught them to do X, Y, Z. They just don't want to do it. They've tried it for a couple of years, and by and large, they don't want to be involved in it.
What is something that you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
Being hard to handle is not a flex at all. And this is for the ladies that always say, oh, I need a real man. I need somebody who can handle me. I need someone who can match my attitude and my craziness. That's not cute. You're a headache. You're a grown woman talking about something. I want to be a headache to somebody. What? You sound stupid. And then you're going to land yourself in a toxic relationship, and you're going to be tight as hell because that man will not care about you because he's only with you because he wanted a little spot of crazy in his life. Then you're going to hit 27 and realize that no man wants to be with a girl that thinks it's a flex to be a pain. And you're going to be single and miserable.
Why the Yankee player did not score a home run with me this week. Now, unfortunately, I had to make this gentleman sit on the sidelines because he made a foul ball. So check out this story. So I meet this baseball player online, which I'm so excited because I love baseball. And I asked him to send me a few photos of himself. And rather than, one or two photos, which is the appropriate amount of photos to be sent before you meet someone, he sends me 10 photos of himself. So already I'm like, red flag, this guy is so full of himself. And then I go onto this little secret app that ladies use to review their dates. And it's sort of like this girl code just to keep each other safe. And so I noticed that he had so many bad reviews from women that said, this guy has anger issues, he's aggressive, be careful. So already I'm like, whoa, I shouldn't even be going on this date. So I rescheduled and let him know that I was busy for obvious reasons. And you know what he did? He confirmed what every single girl was saying, and he got so aggressive. He told me, you know what? I am the prize, not you. I will not wait around for you. I've got girls throwing themselves at me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I canceled my date with you and that I checked you out online and did my research before I wasted my time with someone that doesn't even make me feel safe. Because let me tell you, as a woman, I do not care how much money you have. I don't care how famous you think you are. My number one priority is keeping myself safe. So, gentlemen, it's if nothing else, always try to make a woman feel safe. And that is what makes you a man versus just another guy who, It's like, it's just not worth my time. So that's kind of the lesson of the week. And, you know, unfortunately I had to cancel, but I'm so glad that I am safe and not involved with a man like that, because this was a major foul ball.
Girl, go away. This man is literally not bothered by you.
When I really like somebody, like Michael B. Jordan could come up to me and I would be like, no, thank you. No one exists. I don't care about anybody else. That is the love of my life. Everyone else is just, ew. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, my husband is here and I'm in love. Thank you. I don't care if you're offering me $1 million and a yacht. And maybe if you offered to pay off my student loans, I would consider it, but still probably not. I'll be so in love. Just obsessed. Like, what? So I will never understand cheating, because I'm like, how are you not? Like, if another man looks my way, I'm like, ew, what are you looking? Like, go somewhere else. Why are boys here? Why would a man be there other than mine? Ew. And if you're wondering, I have gotten my heart broken a lot. So, but I'll never change.
Ladies, men love convenience. Don't be convenient.
My husband doesn't care. Okay, this new anger that these women are having where they're like, oh, you shouldn't be telling your husband the things that we talk about and we're friends. Yes, I'm telling my husband. I'm here talking to you and you're telling me you're a little fickle problem, but I literally was up at 3:30 changing my son for the second time that night because we're potty training. Yeah, I'm going to tell my husband.
If you have not had your reminder today, this is your reminder that you keep your mother business to yourself, because anything that you share with anyone will be sharing with somebody's husband, who, by the way, ain't telling their friends deep tea because they know by proxy that it could incriminate them. But that's a whole nother story. I had to say that. Y'all tried to come for me and say that I was bitter. So I really didn't care for the part about I'm telling your business because I'm tired and because I got to be up with the baby that you created. The reasons why you do it, that's on you. It's just my reminder to you to keep your traumas and the things that you don't want to share with a man to yourself. For you, those of you who has never done it before, take it from Big Sister General. I made the mistake of doing this when I was younger. Don't ever do that, because men will start to believe that birds of a feather will flock together. You telling that man your friend's whole business and he wondering why you with her. Watch your mouth and watch who you tell your business, because I promise. 8 times out of 10 is leaving that person's lips and is going to someone. And would you want a man to know your business? Okay.
I honestly don't know why this is a problem. Y'all get on TikTok and tell all y'all's business to people y'all don't even know and never even met. But all of a sudden, when she tells her man, oh, it's a violation.
Ladies, men love convenience. Don't be convenient.
And the lies of feminism empowered us to do so, brainwashed us to do so. Because if man bad, then you can treat him however. If man bad, then who cares what he thinks or what he feels? Man is not bad. And that's what we need to teach the women.
This is what my For You page has looked like recently. If you're not making 6 figures a day, you're doing it wrong. The reason why you're not actually happy and have 1 million followers is because you're ugly. The reason why your content isn't going viral is because you haven't sold your soul yet. Making money on TikTok is so easy. I don't know why you're so poor. Sorry for cursing. It's just, girl, get off of my free page. Don't, I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything that you're telling me. I'm going insane. You're making me go insane. And I hate you for that. But, like, love you.
Hey, y'all do not be lying when y'all say you give a much and they take a mile. Like, I get this shit with 101 gorilla, but why this hoe gonna get on Instagram talk about 100 studs versus 100? Is that hoe dumb? That hoe that pissed me off, because who helping her? I'm not finna fight no bitch before. I'm not fighting, I'm shooting. These 100 studs, you must be talking about Warzone, but it's gonna be fire up there. It's all in them motherfuckers.
I get a lot of comments on my videos about what women will not do for men. You won't travel about more than 15 minutes to meet a man for a date, let alone anything else. You won't ever give men money whatsoever, no matter what the circumstance. You won't accept a ring unless it's a certain amount of money. You won't move in with a man before marriage. You won't communicate with a man unless like being communicated with first. You won't make the first move. So I'm hearing a lot about like what you won't do, right? And if relationships are supposed to be give and take, then what will you do?
I don't think that y'all understand what equality means. And I'm saying that to say y'all don't care about men's opinions and how they feel at all, like in any capacity sometimes. And I think that can be detrimental. Do I love women? Do I think women are, obviously God was like, you need a woman. You know what I'm saying? And made us from Adam's rib, absolutely. But y'all don't know the definition of equality. Equality does not mean like you get to go do whatever you want to do. No, that means everybody's equal. So you being in community with people means that you're going to have to put clothes on going to the gym. You're going to have to put clothes on going to the gym. Like, if people are telling you this makes me uncomfortable, and it's not just the man, but just because a man said it, everybody is up in an uproar. Put on some clothes going to the gym.
I have a little public service announcement for all of the single straight men who are actively dating out there. When you are going on a first date with a woman and you go to place your drink order, the following drinks are what you should choose from: an old fashioned, a Manhattan, a martini, a glass of wine, maybe a beer. I would say maybe a beer should be your second drink because you don't want to get too far up getting martini after martini. If you're sober and you get a mocktail, get something that resembles one of those drinks. There are really great mocktails that resemble old fashions. But under absolutely no circumstances should the first drink you order on a first date with a woman look like this. Just to be safe, y'all, if the drink is listed with pineapple as an ingredient, steer clear. This, on a first date, you have got to be kidding me. I can't.
Honestly, I think this has to be rage bait. I'm 100% sure of it.
Nobody's even asked you that question.
Which one?
What would a queen do? You think they would have? No one's ever asked you it yet,
I don't know
let
why they
alone
didn't.
made a game out of it.
We're going to play a game, and it's called What Would a Queen Do? A man forgets your anniversary. What would a queen do?
A queen would find a time when the man is maybe present, and she would sit down with him, ask him if he has the ability to be present with her, and then she would express how she feels because of this thing that happened that she missed and how much it hurt her, and then see how he responds.
So a queen would have not have expected him to remember in the first place. So if she needed something on the date of her anniversary, she would have thought about it ahead of time because that's important. Do not flood a man with a bunch of needs that aren't prioritized because y'all are acutely aware of the expenditure of time and energy and resources. And so you want to do what matters the most. So if I were in the position, instead of an assumption of he doesn't care about me, he doesn't love me, he doesn't want to be married to me, if I need something from you, it's my job to say up to him. Not to test your love for me by can you guess it correctly.
That sums up my parents' relationship. My dad always getting in trouble because he wasn't delivering on things. He's like, he never takes me on vacations. I'm like, do you ever talk to him about these things? No.
Just expecting him to know.
Always getting in trouble to the point where he's like, somehow I'm just going to get in trouble.
I low-key just watched a video, probably a couple videos, excuse my hair, but I'm relaxing on the couch. It is what it is. I watched a couple videos, people like, me supposed to confirm the date 24 hours in advance. And excuse me, because I ain't been on a date in a good minute, and that's not me complaining. It's just where I am right now. And I'm okay with that. So you ain't got to spam my inbox. I'm good, love. And we talking about he ain't confirmed the date in 24 hours. Or they do this if he don't text you within this time, or if he don't do this. When dating gets so complicated. When we get so many rules for dating, like the sheer rules make dating exhausting anyway. Like I I don't understand. Like, does it matter who texts who first? Just make me feel wanted. Make me feel desired. Make me feel included. Make me feel like you want my time, not like you taking advantage of the fact that I'm offering you my time. It doesn't matter who texts first. Oh, she double texted, or oh, he double texted, or he ain't texting 2 days. It been 5 hours and he ain't asked me to confirm the date. Well, if it's on my mind and you like, well, we going out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. and so I might text you early Saturday morning and be like, hey, we still on? It's a problem because I'm checking in. I gotta wait for this man to say so, or I'm finna cancel this day.
So I have a quick story time. Yesterday, while I was at work, this guy who I used to date texted me, and we were just having a casual conversation. And he told me to, I'm not gonna go into detail about our conversation, but he told me to come over. And I ended up telling him, no, I can't because I work late, or I'm working late. And he was like, oh, okay. I ended up getting off of work early. Okay, I wasn't supposed to get off of work until midnight. I got off at 8 p.m. So I texted him like, hey, I'm getting off early. I can actually swing by. I'll be there in 15 minutes, which I sent him that text at like 8:16. But, you know, after work, you sometimes kind of lollygag. So that's what I was doing. And it ended up taking me actually 30 minutes to get there. I didn't get there till like 8:40 something. So I get there and I see that he has these flowers. Mind y'all, it's 2 days. Yesterday was 2 days before Mother's Day. So I'm not thinking that these flowers are for me, but he has them and it's just me and him there. So I'm like, who are these flowers for? And he goes, they're for you. And I started laughing. I said, no, they're not. And he starts laughing and he's like, yes, they are. Mind y'all, when we were dating almost over a year ago, he used to always buy me flowers. Always. So I'm making breakfast. That was the toaster. So I'm like, no, they're not. He goes, yes, they are. And I said, you didn't even know that I was coming. And he goes, yes, I did. And I said, okay, you knew I was coming 30 minutes before I got here. And he goes, and how long does it take me to get to Publix? 5 minutes. And that made me feel so good and warm on the inside. And it was almost like a confirmation. And I want to clarify that this does not have a whole lot to do with him, but it has a whole lot to do with me and where I'm going in regards to men in like love and relations, okay? Like how I am interpreting things, because many people would think that I am saying this in a sense where it's like, I'm going to give him another chance. I want to start talking to him again. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is showing me that the wrong man can do a lot of the right things. And the reason why that makes me feel good is because then I'm thinking, okay, well, what will the right man do? You understand? Do you get where I'm going with this? And this has happened to me so much in my dating life, which right now I am not dating. But in my dating experiences, I have come across so many wrong men who do the right things. And it had held me kind of, you know, in bondage with these men for much longer than I should have been. Obviously until something really big happens. And then that's when you realize like, okay, he's the wrong guy, but he does a lot of the right things. Anyways, it just makes me know that how I feel about myself on the inside and what I know I deserve, it does translate in some way, shape, or form.
So I listened to this and I didn't hear it like I thought I heard it the first time. Essentially what you're saying is that you were fooling around with this man. Y'all were dating. You decided to go your separate ways. About a year or so later, he says, hey, come over. You show up at his house late. Y'all go back and forth about, did he have time to buy you flowers, or really were they for another woman? And you leave thinking about, oh, well, if the wrong guy is going to do this for me, then what is the right guy going to do? Why would he not be the right guy? What are you guys looking for? I mean, these modern women amaze me, how they're able to take these situations and turn it back and spin it to, well, the sky's the limit for me. I can only go up from here. This man is treating me well, but I don't want that. What else can I get?
Why are y'all on here trying to get on that man for saying that it makes him uncomfortable when he goes to the gym and all the bitches half naked? He didn't say he couldn't finish his workout. He didn't say all he said was it makes him uncomfortable to be around a bunch of naked bodies in a place where naked bodies don't belong. Why are y'all so dense? Why are y'all so dense? This feminism, I don't know. Everything is not women empowerment. Everything is not women empowerment. What makes you feel so empowered about being able to be naked everywhere? I say as I'm in my towel.
Beautiful outside today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna sit before my next class. It's gonna be good. I get outside and I look around and I realize I am quite literally the only person sitting by myself. It just made me so sad to the point where I got up and I literally went inside and I felt like I couldn't enjoy the stunning day that it was today, because I was like, I'm so fucking sick of doing stuff by myself. I have friends. Don't get me wrong, my friends are incredible. I love my friends. They're like my sisters. But they have lives. And I feel like I don't. And every time a beautiful day comes around, I'm like, I wish I had someone to like go on a walk with. I wish I had like friends that I saw more often. I wish I had a boyfriend so bad, you guys. I don't know, but it made me really upset, and I literally got up and I went inside because I was like, this is so
a masculine man needs to know when to come into his feminine to pull his girl out of the fit that she may be in. And a lot of the times what men do, period, is if a woman gets into a tiff, because we have to remember, masculinity keeps track. Oh, I've showed up every day. I told her I loved her yesterday, today, this morning. You think you're doing a good job. But that one time you didn't say I love you on the phone, we're over here like, damn, does he love me? Like, and that's just a natural thing, by the way. People could say, well, she's insecure. You can say whatever you want to say. Why does a baby cry? Why does a dog howl? Why does the sun come up in the east and go down in the west? It's just the way that it is, and we get to emotionally regulate that. But oftentimes, what do men do? Men say, well, why are you so upset? What did I do wrong? Don't you see that I did? Now you're trying to run off the track record, not realizing that femininity lives in the now. How do I feel right now? And if you can't come to say, oh, damn, baby, you know, you're right. I meant to say that I love you. I mean, I don't even, then she can come out of the fit and get away from the wrath and come back into flow of,
That's passive aggressive.
no, it's because we're looking at patterns. Why are we looking at patterns? Because we're checking for safety. We are always testing, am I safe here?
Whatever causes you
Yes.
to take the history of peace that I've given you from whatever time, right? Obviously, if I'm your man at this point, we've got at least 7, 8, 9 seasons of qualifications
Yes.
that made me a person that you could lead with.
Yes.
Because one spike or decrease in femininity makes you all of a sudden question your security,
Yes.
then maybe you didn't feel safe here.
No, that's
well,
not
you
true.
have your own work to do.
That's-
But
you're
what
speaking
I'm supposed to do as a man is be like, you know what, babe? I understand.
This is exactly why
It's
men and women
okay.
fight, because you're going to logic and she naturally goes to emotion. What you're saying makes sense, okay?
Of course it does.
Everything that you're saying makes sense
Thank you.
logically,
Right.
but emotionally it doesn't make sense. And even a regulated woman, because it is natural. Why does a dog bark? I don't know. Why does a woman feel the way that she feels? I don't know.
No, my only problem, I understand the spike, and I
Yes.
understand that at some point she will get back to center and realize that she was safe. But what is my role other than offering a safe space for her to regulate her own feelings? I'm not going to come in here and pander to you on that day and be like, oh man, my girl. I'm more inclined.
Why can't you just love your person for who they and how they
No,
are?
because it takes a lot less energy and it causes a lot less confusion if you process your own emotion as you give it out or shortly thereafter.
When you say women live in the now, it's almost like saying, what have you done for me lately?
No,
it's not that. Everything I've done.
I don't know. Year 3, season 2. Babe didn't text me, I love you back. I don't know if I'm safe.
If she feels because she's emotionally dysregulated based off of an action that happens because she's in the now, it's really fine to say, baby, I'm feeling a little insecure because you didn't slap my booty. Like, what's up?
So that's what I'm saying.
Now that's her
She'll get
opportunity.
it.
Now you have the opportunity to meet her where she's at to pull her out of it. You know what happens? Oh, no, turn around right now and slap that. Whatever that is. And now you're fixing the
He's right, but she's speaking in reality, right? So what she's saying is that women, what she's really saying is an indictment on women. They don't have the emotional intelligence and security and stability that they say they do. So they would like a man to come in who's masculine, who's calm, who's stoic and say, hey, I'm going to reassure you. I do love you. I do care for you. You don't got to worry about that. To bring her out of what is essentially a panic attack, an anxiety attack over honestly nothing.
I was grabbing a bike at Madison Square Park. Oh, so where you sit, like energy, if you don't like the people, but you like people, you sit on the outskirts. They have like benches all outside the park. There was like this attractive man. You know, when like someone's looking at you, you're looking, but I was like getting ready to go on a bike. I had to, you have to focus. But y'all, I swear he had on a work briefcase. The hot single men, they are working on Saturdays. Some of them are working on Saturdays to save and build for our families, for our girl. Because then too, I'm like, my husband's not on the apps. And I don't think he's out at the bar right now. I'm not about to be. What do we think? They're working on Saturday.
Why do y'all be trying to act like when y'all be like, oh, men need to pay for this and they supposed to pay for this and I need my man to pay all my bills and blah, blah, blah. Like when y'all be talking about that, why do some of y'all then turn around and be mad or be talking about these dudes are only using me for my body and they don't really love me? Like, you're only using him for money, basically. You don't love that nigga for real. So how can you be mad when he's using you for what you got? Like, that's literally the same thing. And I don't know why some of y'all be acting like it's not the same thing, because it is the same thing. Like, you're using and you don't really love him. Just like how if a man was just using them for their body and he don't really love her for real. So, And on top of that, it's not even just for money. Like, it be for protection, all type of stuff, really. So, I don't know. I don't get y'all. I don't get some of y'all.
When a man asks me what I bring to the table, I do not continue that conversation. I will never continue a conversation when a man asks me what I bring to the table. Because 9 times out of 10, your credit score is in the 4s. Mostly of them. And on top of that, when a man should never sit there and ask, what do a female bring to the table if you approach them? Because obviously, it's something that you like. Obviously, you seen some type of value in that female in the first place for you to even sit there and approach her. And you sit there and ask, what does she bring to the table? I am the table. Don't ask me that. I don't talk to men like that. I'm sorry. I think Tony gifted you. Oh, thank you, Tony. I ain't even see that.
This is not a hard concept to understand. If I walk into McDonald's, it's because they have something that I think looks good, a hamburger. Now, while I'm in there, I might be so hungry, or I might just be looking for something else to pair with my hamburger. What do you got? Well, I got fries, I've got a drink, I've got some cookies, I've got some ice cream. Okay, I'll try all of those depending on how hungry I am, depending on how much I like what I see. Period. If a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? Well, I can do this, I can do that. Okay, I like what I see. I like your beauty. It seems like you have a good head on your shoulders. What else do you have to offer? And you sit up here and say something like this, y'all got a long way to go.
I don't know what man needs to know and understand this, but being a nice guy will get you cheated on. What do I mean by this? If you are nice, kind, and reassuring, she's gonna cheat. If you shower her with love, affection, she's gonna cheat. If you don't have any hobbies outside of her, she's gonna cheat. If you plan dates and you are that guy that shows up for her every single day, she's gonna cheat. If you are what's called a yes man and you give her everything that she's looking for and your only answer is yes, 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 I'll do this, I'll do that, whatever you need, I got you, she's gonna cheat. If you buy her things, she's gonna cheat. If you are always agreeable and don't have your own opinions, she will cheat. If you are boring because you are a yes man and you are overly agreeable, she's gonna cheat. You have to understand that women love the highs and lows of toxicity, so being just a little bit mean is gonna make her obsessed with you. Don't ask me why it's like this, but your toxicity is what women are considering masculinity these days. But the craziest part about all of it is she will be attracted to you because of this toxicity, because peace is boring to the majority of women. And then when she's ready to dump you, she's going to say that it's your toxic masculinity. The moral of the story, if you want to keep a woman interested, you need to be a little bit mean. Okay, bye.
So why is it a problem when us women ask for that, but y'all ask for that? Meow. 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 That's really like precious. Like that meow. That's really precious. Money grow on trees, babe.
And that cat be climbing up every tree. Move on.
I don't date, and there's many reasons why, but the one I want to talk about today is freedom and independence, because I have that in abundance right now. Now, all I've ever known is being single, so all I've ever known is this level of freedom, and if you are single, please tell me how much you love your freedom too, because like, I can't imagine wanting to be with somebody so badly that I'd be willing to give this up. Like, I'm sure it's possible. It's just that I can't see it for myself. I love being able to nap whenever I want without having to worry about texting anybody back. I love being able to watch all the Bridgerton I want without somebody complaining about me watching Bridgerton. I love being able to read a book in peace and quiet without anybody disturbing or interrupting me. And I can't imagine giving that up.
Maybe I'm a little biased, but I feel like the men in Dallas should have no issue being on dates and dating women and getting into relationships, because when I say the girlies here are ready, I just saw this man post that he moved to Dallas and the girls are flooding his comments. Talking about, hey, welcome. Hey, neighbor. I'm like, oh, the girls are eager for the men. I'm I mean, I'm here for it a little bit. I don't think I could give that man that much attention publicly, but if you're a man and you single in Dallas and you don't want to be, I'm honestly confused as to why. Like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all going on apps? Are y'all going outside? I do know men in Dallas. I think it's just the Dallas culture. I feel like men don't really approach in person here like I'm used to back home. But if you a man in Dallas and you ain't got no girlfriend or a fiance or a wife and you want one, what's the holdup? Because the girl's pretty. They got their head on straight. They work corporate jobs. They doing what they need to do. What's going on with you, Boogie?
I don't know if it's just me, guys, or what, but like, am I like the only female that can care less about having a relationship, having kids, getting married, building a family, blah, blah, blah? Like, that shit sounds so freaking boring. Honestly. I don't know why so many females out here are so focused, not just females, men too, so focused on this idea of like having to hurry up and have kids, build a family, do this, do that. Like, y'all in a rush or something? Like there's more to life than just that, guys. You guys do know that, right? Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know if it's just my mentality or what, but like, that's crazy. I'm sorry. I want to live my life and have fun and have great experiences, be surrounded by loved ones that love me, care about me. That's what I care about, truly. Yes, I get the whole point of like, I don't want to grow old by myself. Yeah, that's true, because I thought about that too. But at the end of the day, you guys, I come to realize like, we get here by ourselves, we leave by ourselves. So like, what is the big deal of living your life by yourself and still be able to enjoy life like anybody else? I don't understand. So that's just my mentality. And I don't have kids. I've never had, I don't ever want kids. I've always had this mentality since I was younger. A lot of females don't out there don't think like that. A lot of men don't either. But that's on you guys. But what I'm trying to say is like, there's more to life than just that, guys. Like seriously, think outside the box. You know what I mean? You can still have boyfriends here and there and date around and have fun and do all these things. You don't have to be in a committed relationship, guys. You really don't. And I think a lot of people just don't get that. Am I crazy? Like, am I the only one like this or what? Because I don't know, guys. I don't know what people be thinking nowadays. Seriously. My goal, well, not goal, but my thing is that hopefully one day I'll be able to meet a really hot couple, married couple, and be able to have fun with them too. Show them a good time. Enjoy my life. You know what I mean? I don't know if that sounds wrong or not, but like, girls, boys, my mentality's on another level. But yeah, guys, there's more to life than just that. Like, really think outside the box. Really think about it.
Y'all really do say anything, and it shows your ignorance. Y'all do want love and companionship, as do most people. That's why when you can't get it from a man, or I'll even give you the benefit of the doubt, you don't want it from a man, you go straight to who? Your friends, your family, to give you that companionship, to give you that closeness. Maybe they're not at home with you. Maybe they're not as close to you, but you're looking for something social. You're looking for people to connect to. You're looking for people to love. Why is that such a hard thing to understand?
Unfortunately, when it comes to my man, I cannot take what I dish out. I be so mean to my man, but the 1 minute he raised his voice or even seemed like he upset with me, I just start busting out crying. Because no, you're not about to, like, no, you're not about to do that to me. No. I don't care. No, I cannot take what I dish out. No. Don't do that to me. No. I've been talking about his whole family, cuss everybody out, but if he even say like one little thing, I will bust out in tears. Like, please don't do that. Like, please, no. I can't handle it. Like, I really can't handle it.
Okay, I heard that men are complaining about women wearing really tight and exposing clothes to the gym. So I decided to wear the tightest shorts I have in my closet with a bandeau top and the smallest jacket I own. So this is the outfit for leg day. Navigation shorts, tube top or bandeau top from Amazon, navigation cropped jacket, Gymshark bag, and then my Vans. Today we have quads, calves, cardio, and I might do core, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope every man in the gym leaves because they're so disgusted with my outfit. Mwah. Bye.
I don't understand. Are you going to be upset if a man starts staring you down, acting like a creep, as you would say? Y'all act like y'all don't understand what attracts attention, but then be telling men not to go outside wearing no gray sweatpants. Interesting.
I know your man sit in the car for about 40 minutes before he come in. Look at you. You out here just starting to me. Cause your man ain't doing what you want him to do in the house. He don't want to do what you do in the house because y'all emasculate him. Y'all emasculate the men and then want them to be the men. Show him some affection. Show him some appreciation. Show him that you love him and that you appreciate what he do. And then he gonna feel he's gonna want to do the things that he has to do because he's appreciated. Y'all talk down to men. Y'all treat them like shit. Y'all think that they're robots. They humans and they go through a whole, especially a man that is a provider. That man gonna go through a whole lot in the day to come in the house to your ass nagging and talking shit. I know you be nagging and talking shit. You don't hear talking shit me. Talk about I'm taking up for men. I ain't even said that most of the time when men don't like being home is because they don't like the woman. And look at you. Oh no, they don't like.
Men, you know when you see a beautiful woman that's out of your league and you feel scared? That feeling in your chest, it's called common sense.
I think I'm just going to invite like 10 different matches all to the same bar tonight so I can just see who vibes with what instead of wasting my time on a bunch of different dates. You know?
And if they leave you standing there looking stupid, you're going to be upset.
How men show love. I scrolled past this TikTok as I was dozing off last night, and the creator was asking, what is it that women should know about how men love? And what I found interesting about the responses, because there was a lot of them, and again, if I can find it, I will tag it. What was interesting is the men were like, oh, well, we want this and we want respect and we want blah, blah, blah. And like everybody, like thousands and thousands of comments. And there's a few of them that I commented on and said, the question was, how do you love? And yeah.
You know, you guys think that you're so smart and beat and miss the whole point. Respect. Respect is it. That's how they give and receive love. Respect. There. I spelled it out for you.
Okay, this video is for the men. I have a serious question. Why are you guys so butthurt that women have all these high expectations and standards now? Because before, when all women wanted was love letters, coffee dates, little movie date nights, you guys really didn't care at all. And you guys really weren't looking for love. And now that women expect X, Y, and Z, and mostly money, you guys are so bothered by it. And then you guys are like, women are messing up the dating scene. No, you guys messed it up. Come on, take accountability. I know you guys don't know how.
Well, hi there. My name's Roma Army, and I used to sell my chocolate starfish on the internet, and I'm here to educate young girls as to why this is not the industry you want to get into, considering we live in a society where you are looked at as a misogynist by trying to encourage young girls not to sell their chocolate starfishes. Selling yourself on the internet seems easy, right? All you have to do is just play with yourself, and you just get hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars. But what's not spoken to, you guys, is what it will do to your body image, to your mental health, to your family, and to your future. It's no big secret that the majority of girls who are not safe for work, they have intense body image issues, strong mental health, addictions issues, and most of them suffer from suicidal ideation. Many of them are torn apart from their families and increase the risk of not being able to have a successful and fulfilling relationship in the future. I know what you're gonna say. Just blame the men. Blame the men with addictions. And you would be right. Those men are partially to blame, but do you go after the addicts or the dealers? Fact of the matter is that this generation of women, the women who call me a pick-me, the women who say that I'm a misogynist for discouraging women from going into this industry, you guys are groomers. You have a huge issue when men exploit women, but you have no issues exploiting young girls by telling teenagers that this is a perfectly acceptable field to go into. Fact of the matter is that, yeah, you could make money if you've already garnished yourself a big following. But the reality of it is that most of you will not hold on to that money. I made almost $2 million. And do you think that I have any of that to show for it? No, I don't. Partially, I blame the school system because nobody taught me about taxes. Nobody taught me about investing, about saving. So that ended up being quick money. Guess what? It's gone. I'm not here to preach to you about how I found God and that changed my mind, because I did find God, but that's not what made me quit. What made me quit was the fact that I woke up one day and realized that I didn't respect myself. I didn't want to show off my body, and I was disgusted by the fact that you could just Google me and see my nudes. And now I pay thousands of dollars every month for companies to go on the internet and remove my leaks. All fun and games until you can't look at yourself in the mirror. It's all fun and games until you fall in love with a man, but his family will never accept you. Modern women have turned into by encouraging young girls to do this type of behavior. I mean, there's a 17-year-old girl in the Bop House right now, a social media influencer house made for specifically. Don't get it twisted. These models, they're getting bonuses by getting referral fees for young girls, freshly 18-year-olds, to sign up. They are modern day exploiters, and all the women that are going to call me a misogynist and anti-girl right now, you guys are contributing. Don't sell yourself. Thank you.
Appreciate you sharing this. Thank you for being vulnerable. And this is something that these young ladies and even some of these older women definitely need to hear.
This girl tells us why she called off her engagement. She's like, I'm going to tell you about my ex's last birthday, and this is going to give you some context on our relationship and why I called off our engagement. So I was like, okay. Ooh, tea. She's like, so my ex wanted this Mediterranean breakfast. I woke up super early to make him this breakfast, and he comes out and he's like, what's this? And it hurt my feelings. So I was like, ooh, that's not nice. Okay. But then she's like, I booked us horseback riding and a couples massage at a spa. She starts telling the story, and throughout the entire day of their activities, like, he starts getting more and more annoyed or agitated. Like, he obviously didn't want to go horseback riding or go to the couples massage at the spa. And then they get back to their place and he's like, where are we going for dinner? And she's like, we're going to sushi. He's like, I don't want to do that. Then he's like, where's my cake? And she's like, cake? You had cake yesterday for your pre-birthday. Like, I guess they celebrated his birthday the day before with friends and he had cake. And then she says, like, how many slices he had. She's like, and he had 2 slices. Wow, fatty. But on his birthday, like his actual birthday day, she's like, you had cake yesterday. And I guess he's like disappointed that he didn't get cake on his birthday. A lot of the comments were like, it sounds like you didn't know what he wanted for his birthday, so then he got annoyed because of that. But then a lot of the comments were agreeing with her, and they're like, wow, people can be so ungrateful. And she was liking all those comments. But then one stuck out to me, and it was like, narcissists are never satisfied. And she liked that comment. Okay, devil's advocate, please don't yell at me. But like, if anything, wouldn't a narcissist book a bunch of activities that they wanted to do on your birthday? And then when you're kind of disappointed or you speak up about it, they're like, oh, you're so ungrateful, and they gaslight you about it, and then they're like, I'm gonna shame you online about this. I shouldn't upload this, actually. Should I? I made a video about this not too long ago. Like, people will do stuff on your birthday that they wanted to do, or they'll get you a cake flavor that they like, and then when you're like, what the? Then they gaslight you, and they're like, wow, you're so ungrateful. I would rather someone not do anything for my birthday than them book me 3 different events that I don't want to do. I feel like if it's any day I don't want to do something, it's my birthday, right?
Exactly. And these modern women don't know how silly they sound when they're telling them their stories and nobody holds them accountable. You sound silly. Please quit.